for animation.
And I'm Janet, the ex-Disney artist turned independent creator, and in this video we are going to be reacting on how I turn an original Bakugo ink drawing into a print that sells.
Oh, neat.
So hopefully by the end of this video you'll learn some new tips and tricks on how to do that.
And if you like what we do, click a like below and let's jump into it. Oh, it's a Bakugo!
It is! So I did this commission a long time ago and I really liked it and I want to turn it into a print now. The reason why I like to do that is I like keeping a little bit of that traditional texture to my prints, so I don't like to just go completely digital for a lot of things. And this is a lot of like trial and error and experimentation on how I do that.
Makes sense. So what are all these colors? It looks like you're making masks and layers here.
So here I am masking out Bakugo and that smoke cloud behind him so that I can get rid of that white background there, you see.
Yeah.
So I put a new color layer underneath so that I can change it to whatever color I want.
Oh.
See, that's me testing out different colors.
Right.
And now I put a multiply layer all over on top of Bakugo and the smoke cloud behind him because I want to make all the colors of him and the cloud behind him kind of match. So that's an easy way to do it without having to like repaint everything digitally.
Huh, makes sense. And here you're cleaning up those edges, it looks like, huh?
Yes, because I used the Select and Mask tool on Photoshop. It's a tool photographers like to use to quickly mask things, but it's not always very accurate, especially for your traditional drawings. So you have to go back in and clean it up a little.
Yeah, and now you're even cleaning up some of the line work. You're letting Bakugo pop even more by creating a heavier outline on him. That's really cool.
That's something that you don't always have to do. You don't always have to touch up your line work digitally after you've scanned it in. But for me, when I was looking at this print, I thought, oh, it needs him to pop out more, so I might as well.
Might as well. Nice. And now what are you doing? You're selecting Bakugo, just Bakugo now?
So here, I am selecting the smoke cloud now. So, because I realized, like, I don't really like that, like, wash texture that I have. It's nice to look at when it's an original, but I am selecting it so that I can fill it all in and manipulate it a lot later.
Also, it seems like you just want Bakugo to be the only thing that's kind of painterly and everything's sort of graphic in the back
and
over
digital.
there. Right.
That's a nice thing about doing mixed media, traditional digital pieces.
Whoa, this is so cool because it feels like a digital thing. Yeah. But it's so clearly traditional based. That's so dope. Look at this.
So here I'm using the heal tool and I'm just getting rid of a lot of these
sparkles.
Yeah, the gold sparkles that I added in.
They don't work in
They
don't.
Form.
No.
When you scan something or it just doesn't work. So here, this is all the layers turned on now. I have the multiply layer, I have the background smoke cloud, and I have the background. And now I am adding type. Cool. I'm adding type in this piece because I noticed like type really adds an extra layer of interest in illustrations. And I'm adding boom in a very patterned kind of way all over, meant to be for the background. Right. Yes. So I'm playing with the size and shape of it, and I am using a mask to put it inside the smoke cloud because I only want it to appear in the smoke cloud. Oh, that's really cool. Look at that. Yeah. It made a pattern. I think it kind of makes the smoke cloud recede back into the background instead of coming forward like it was when it was just yellow. Well, that's really cool, and you added an outline to it too. Because I wanted it to have that like graphic feel, the like comic booky, almost street art kind of feel. Nice. Yeah. So here I am testing out adding an outline to the smoke cloud, and a lot of this, even though it seems like I know exactly what I'm doing, I am experimenting most of the time because with mixed media prints, it's not always so clear cut. So here, what I wanted to do was add halftone. So I opened up a new layer exactly the same size, and I'm making gradients. And then I'm using a filter to make halftones. Nice, look at that! Dragged it into the background and I adjusted the layer style into divide, and then there's a halftone.
Oh man, it really added some neat interest. This now it really feels like it's a print.
Right.
It's getting there.
Because for me, the background just felt really
one note, flat.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, I'm experimenting a lot.
Right.
I was thinking maybe I should have like Bakugo all across the background in like a teal kind of color, because it'll really like make Bakugo pop or what. It just didn't work. It just didn't work.
I see, like, I can make this happen.
Yeah.
I can't. And you're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
And you know, this is the problem with mixing digital and mixed media. Sometimes you have no idea. You really have no idea what you're doing.
And you're like throwing shit on the wall.
Just to see what sticks.
Right. Wow.
And finally, I actually leave a lot of the color choices up till the very end. And right here, I'm just like experimenting with a lot of different color combos.
Because everything prior is sort of like a placeholder, right?
Yeah.
Now you're actually going to focus on color.
Yeah, because when you're selecting color like this, especially at the beginning, you could see like my mistakes too. Like I kept trying to fiddle with the color before everything was like complete.
Dope.
All the things were there. So now I'm trying like a monochrome color palette and some cooler color tones, and just really like, this probably took at least an hour of me sitting there playing with the sliders and trying to figure out what colors would look best.
Right.
Here, now that I kind of figured out a general color scheme, I'm selecting out different areas of the his body to give different tone to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you
cut it out, put it back in, and now you're just manipulating those areas.
Yeah.
Dope.
So I made his skin a little bit like purpler, so now it looks like his skin is actually a different color than like his hair or whatever.
Wow.
And I made his hair, I cut out his hair and like the little cement blocks around his neck.
I don't even know what those are.
Yeah. So I'm just adjusting the tone, adjusting the color, and I quickly added like a little bit of a gradient on his body.
Yeah.
So
makes
now,
your eye like really drawn to his face now. Yeah.
So now like he has more variation now, so it's more interesting to look at compared to like a little while back.
Yeah.
And now I'm adding like some graphic shadow shapes to the clouds.
Okay.
To really make you focus in on him. And I'm using a multiply layer to do that, and just lowering the opacity. I think it added like more direction for your eye to like focus on.
Felt like it was more all over the place before.
Yeah, your eye keeps going all over. Now you like focus on him.
And speaking on focusing, you're putting highlights on the eyes.
And what I'm actually doing, I'm not actually painting in the highlights. I'm erasing out the multiply layer.
Right.
So it's actually the actual color underneath.
Dope.
Yeah. Of the actual ink drawing, the scan. And now, same thing, I am like going in and gently erasing out some areas of his hair, so that, but not everything. But I also felt like it was too one note, so I added something like a
backlight?
A backlight,
yeah. It looks great. I love this. This is so dope.
When I did it immediately I knew like, oh, this is the contrast that I needed.
Yeah. Wow, nice.
And I'm using like a darker color of the multiply color, and I'm just painting in a little bit, just a little bit, over the drawing so that it molds the form.
It's looking really good.
I think so.
That is print's looking so cool. Nice. And now you're adding little, like, just to break it up in the background, you're adding little splatters for like the embers and shit.
Yeah, because it's such a big graphic shape. I wanted to balance it out with some smaller shapes. And that's variation for you. Big, medium, small. And now I wanted to soften that highlight on his cheek just a little bit, so you can see I'm kind of painting it in just a little bit and then turn it back to multiply.
Wow.
And that is the print.
Nice.
I just go in, add a little bit more like sparkles, stare at it a little bit more. There it is.
If you really like that, please do us a favor and touch like Flick our bells and buttons over there and leave a comment down below for who you think Janet should draw next.
If you want this print, you can head over to honeyandabsinthe.com. It's available right now, and we have merch. I am currently wearing the fight shirt, and it supports the channel if you buy something.
Yeah, and if you like what we do, please find us on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, wherever you can find us.
And don't forget to dare to dream.